Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Ethan, and this is Roster United. Here in Roster United, we talk about, well, the whole entire roster of Marvel United and soon to be here, X-Men United. Today in Roster United, this episode, our 10th anniversary episode, we will talk about two new characters from the Tales of Asgard. We're going to go in depth. We're going to talk about them, their stats, their abilities, and of course, how good of a team player are they. So let us begin with the one and only Thor. Now here with Thor, uh, this is his stats. He's got 6 moves, 6 hits, 4 heroics, and 3 wilds. Really nice. Plus his ability, which is his hammer. I don't know how you Janeer or something like that, Majineer or something like that. Anyway, it's his hammer, and the ability that he has is he can deal 3 hits against a single enemy in your location, which is really nice. And yeah, that's his ability. He has 3 cards with that ability. His stats are really nice: 6 moves, 6 hits, 4 heroics, 3 wilds. That's really good. But we see here clearly, Thor is a hit and move character. And we see that because his ability lets him have more hits, and plus he can already move, of course, which makes sense. He is a good team player. He has 7 2-symbol cards, which is really nice. And not just hits and move, but surprisingly, Thor is actually a really good heroic character too, with 4. And that's really nice. And I've played with Thor maybe 2, 3 times now, and I really like that character. I like him a lot, but there's one problem. One little problem. If you're playing against a villain that does not have or does not put any thugs out there, right? Thor is not really useful. Thor, he's there to kind of kick butt. He's there to defeat thugs. And if you're fighting a villain that doesn't really put out lots of thugs, for example, Ultron, you know, Thor's not really going to be a good help for uh for the team. And that's the only problem with him. Now, even if we put his abilities aside, he can still rescue, he can still move around. So yeah, but just a little, I have to always say something negative about a character because, not every character is perfect. But yeah, he does have, though, 2 move slash a heroic card, plus 1 move and a hit card as well, which, personally for me, I like. I like those hit and move kind of cards. I like those move and heroic kind of cards. Just makes you do a lot in your turn, but also is a really good team playing card for your teammates. So when it's his turn, he can move and save people plus whatever card he puts out, and that is really good. Thor here, though, has a few cards that isn't really a lot of help. For example, 2 hits. I've had lots of experiences playing where I need to move around, and the only card that Thor has is a 2-hitter, and it's not really well. I've been in a situation before where I was stuck in a location, and there was no thugs out there. We cleared the location, but I was down to 1 card, and that card was a double hitter, and I couldn't really play any other card because that other card was also bad too, and I basically wasted a turn. And then my teammate, he did something. He did a few things. He moved it around and stuff, but he didn't really do anything with the double hits. Which, again, I'm not saying that the double hits are bad. Double hits are actually really, really good. The only problem is sometimes, like I said before, you won't always have lots of thugs in the whole board. And that depends, of course, on the villain. So just be aware of that. So he's a good character. I think Thor's really neat. Not an all-around character. I think he's a hit and move. I might be wrong. But I just think that really good abilities, really good character, good team player, and well, that was Thor, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's go to our second character today. This guy is called Beta Ray Bill. Beta Ray Bill, now note, Beta Ray Bill has 6 moves, 6 hits, 4 heroics, and 3 wilds. Does that sound familiar? Well, if you're not, well, if it doesn't, well, Thor has the exact same stats as Beta Ray Bill. Thor has 6 moves, 6 hits, 4 heroics, and 3 wilds. Beta Ray Bill also has 6 moves, 6 hits, 4 heroics, and 3 wilds. They have the exact same, they have the exact same stats. So that's pretty interesting. Now, is his ability the same? No. He has what I like to call the Stormbreaker, which is the hammer or the axe slash hammer that Thor uses now in the movies. That's called the Stormbreaker. Anyway, Beta Ray Bill has it, and the ability of Stormbreaker is deal 2 damage to anything, plus draw 1 card. Really nice. Other than that, though, Beta Ray Bill is literally Thor. He's just like Thor. Like, Beta Ray has the exact same cards as Thor. And by that, I mean all his 2 symbol cards are the same as Beta Ray Bill. All of his cards are identical to Thor's cards. And the only difference is, of course, as you might have noticed, is his ability. So that's a weird situation that I put myself in. No, but we see here clearly Beta Ray Bill is a hit and move character just like Thor. The only difference, like I said before, is his ability, and I like his ability because instead of just dealing damage to a character, he could deal damage to any character, just 2 damages, whatever. Plus, he can get a card, which is really helpful in many situations in the game. In different scenarios, that is really important to get more cards in your hand. So I guess it just depends, at the end of the day, if you like more Thor, you know, yeah, just Thor, or you like a dinosaur. Yeah, basically, it's like that. So, yeah. Overall, they all are the same. Thor and Beta Ray Bill are the same characters. And yeah. Hey, it's not my fault this podcast was shorter. Blame it on Beta Ray Bill. That's his problem. He wanted a copycat. Hey, that's his fault. Oh boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is our episode for today. We have went through, again, Thor and Beta Ray Bill. And we've noticed that they are exactly the same. Tomorrow, or maybe sometime today, later, we will be going through the next 2 characters. And yeah, that'll be fun. Quick announcement. I have moved the villain stat instead of last week or last weekend to tomorrow. It's because, again, doing a villain stat is kind of hard. You have to know how they play. You have to play against them several times. I have played against Red Skull maybe what, 8, 10 times now, about there. So I am definitely going to be able to put everything that I've played in, all my experiences, in that stat for the villains. Plus, we'll be doing kind of a separate, not the channel. We're going to be doing a separate kind of like section of the channel that talks about the villains and how they play in different scenarios and what could happen. And this is definitely more of an in-depth. If you like me to explain hero stats, don't worry, I'm still going to do that. I'm still going to compare different heroes and their powers and stuff like that. But just to add a little bit more content and just more to talk about, Marvel United plus X-Men United, which will come out soon, have tons of villains. So don't you worry. I'm trying to do my best here. It's a little hard, especially since I'm the only person kind of working with this podcast. So bear with me, please. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this again has been our podcast. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a good day. Also, one more thing before I leave, please check out rosterunited.boxmode.io. There you can see all of our hero stats, all the villain rosters, all the hero rosters, and soon to be for tomorrow, the villain stats. Have a good day, and we'll see you later today or tomorrow.